eventually finds a small courtyard, and what happens next is absolutely terrifying.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. بسم الله. بسم الله. بسم الله. بسم الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ بكلمات الله.
As Jassim walks by old towels hung on a clothesline, he sees the terrifying pale face of a child with pitch black eyes peeking back at him. Terrified, Jassim jumps back, but whoever or whatever it was has disappeared.
So, before we start this one, I had just watched that clip back, and I noticed that my sound wasn't recording properly, like my microphone. You're welcome, because that was loud as fuck. My scream, holy shit. I'm sure you can tell that is the most genuine reaction you will ever get out of me. It's all downhill from here. Let's go.
Oh my God!
What are you doing there? Who are you?
I got you good.
Oh, yes, you did. Oh, you got my heart good.
Oh my God. I take that back. I take it back. All right. That was the most genuine reaction you will ever get out of me. Now it's all downhill from here.
Children would often tell workers that a really mean guy was inside the play tunnel for kids. But of course, no one would be there. Other times, daycare staff would find toys misplaced even though no one had been inside. Now eventually the daycare had shut down when COVID hit, but during this time, the owners had set up cameras to watch over the place in case anyone tried to break in. Although no one did, they did capture something that has left them pretty spooked. The following is their footage. Watch.
Imagine how annoyed the daycare worker would be walking in probably at 7 o'clock in the morning, most definitely doesn't want to be there, and they see this mess this ghost makes. I would quit on the spot. I'm done. I don't get paid enough for this.
On this particular night, Casey was having a few drinks at her house. Feeling a bit tipsy, she begins to talk out loud. She speaks as if Chris, her deceased husband, was still around. Despite being gone, she talks to him as though he were there. What happens next chills her to the core. Watch.
Chris, please watch over Boston. Gerald. Daddy's got you, okay? I'll make sure you're okay. I think he'll make sure I'm okay too. That. Really? Oh my God, I couldn't have timed that any better. I hope those cameras pick that up.
Oh, that's sad. That's sad. You know, for her sake, I hope that was her husband. But even the dog, when she was talking about the husband to the dog, I don't know if you guys heard, the dog started whimpering. That's wild that even happened as she was talking to him.
Something that the owner has tried to ignore or pass off as something normal. But after encountering the following incident, they now believe that something else is going on. In the following video, the owner is alone at home when this is captured.
Here. Wow. Happens all the time.
I don't know what that could have been. I was thinking maybe there was something like on top of the door frame, like a branch or a twig or whatever, just kind of hitting the door. I don't know. I can't explain that one. Let me know what you think.
Winchester, Virginia, a city that was the site of some of the bloodiest battles of the U.S. Civil War. Michael is filming his friend Jake when they capture something that they just did not expect.
Let me get you from the front.
All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
You recording?
Yep.
Oh, now my socks are like wet because of the ground.
You.
Look at that. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see it? When looking back at the video, Michael and Jake are shocked to see what looks like a mysterious figure dressed like a Civil War soldier and carrying a long, old-timey musket.
What? Like, the ghost didn't spook me out at all. I was like, all right, yeah, cool, a ghost. We've seen Civil War ghosts before. But to see the fucking reflection of the musket, that is crazy. Almost as crazy as this kid looking like Ron Weasley's brother, you know, with those two twins. Yeah, that's both of them.
It's a normal Friday afternoon in Opelousas, Louisiana, and Dante Saunier stops at a service station to get some gas. Suddenly, he notices something very strange inside a parked and empty school bus across the street.
Miss Bud, you about to go walk up to this bus? Look at that. Look at them children playing. Look at that. Let's go see. Let's go investigate. An empty bus. An empty bus.
Strange, creepy shadows of children can be seen walking through the school bus, even though the vehicle is parked and completely empty. Dante says that he walked over to the bus and even drove his truck around it, but saw no one and nothing to explain the bizarre apparitions.
I don't know. Usually I have some wise, witty remark to say about things. That one, it did look like kids were on that bus. And I was like, oh, maybe there was kids on the other side of the bus that we couldn't see running around, and the reflection bouncing off of something, projecting the shadow into the bus. I don't know. That one I can't explain.
Because up around midnight, after his family have all went to bed, he suddenly smells a strange odor coming from the living room, and he suspects that one of the family pets might have urinated on the floor. But as Mike begins searching for the telltale puddle, something scares the absolute out of him.
How do I smell feet?
A small childlike voice seems to whisper, "Mike," from somewhere nearby. Mike just books it up the stairs, leaving his dog and his...
Yeah. Mike said, fuck this shit. I am out. He should have brought his dog, though. I don't know. What the fuck is wrong with you, Mike?
Candace Gardner and her husband attended a Halloween party at an abandoned and allegedly haunted prison with a dark history. It was a huge mistake. Candace says that the entire night at the party she felt like something was watching her. And ever since that night, strange things have been happening in Candace's home. She now believes that a malicious entity might have followed her home from the old prison. A dark spirit that intends to harm her and her family. Soon after the prison trip, Candace begins to experience unexplained activity in her home. Lights flicker on and off at night while Candace and her husband sleep. Doors in the house open and close on their own. But scariest of all, the spirit begins to aggressively throw objects at Candace. And these frightening incidents continue to escalate, as it seems that the entity wants to seriously hurt Candace.
Whoa.
While Candace is sleeping, she starts to wake up to painful, violent attacks, as if some unseen force is roughly grabbing or pulling at her. And she says she caught proof. So late one night, Candace and her husband fall asleep while watching TV on the couch. As the couple sleeps, a CCTV camera in the room captures something absolutely horrifying.
That is crazy. I think that is real. I think that is real because the way her leg was contorted, you can't fake that. But here's the thing. Get it off of me. Get it off of me. Get it off. Get what off of me? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
Back in August 2021, an unexpected flash flood swept through downtown Omaha, Nebraska. At around 10 p.m., Tony Liu and his two friends are relaxing in his apartment and watching the weather reports about the flood. They decide to take the elevator down to have a look at the flooded city streets for themselves. It was a very bad idea.
Let me see your best moose impression.
Okay, can you please? Okay, thank you. Shoot. Hold on.
Tony and his friends didn't realize, but the lower levels of the apartment building were completely flooded with disgusting sewer water. As the elevator reaches the lobby, water pours inside, causing the elevator to malfunction and trap them inside with the rising water.
Once it got towards kind of my neck, chest, that's when I kind of, okay, like, I could possibly die in here.
The water continues to flood in, filling the elevator to the point that the three friends can barely keep their head above water. Tony is panicked and makes an emergency phone call to his roommate, Dalen Stapp, and the roommate hurries downstairs to try to help his trapped friends.
I told him, hey, I'm gonna die in here if you guys don't come and try to do something.
We went down into about shoulder deep water and just tried pulling it apart with everything we could. We had to get them out or it could have been fatal.
Tony's roommate Dalen finally manages to pry open the flooded elevator doors to free his friends from what could have been their watery grave. Luckily, they all escape and swim to safety without so much as a scratch.
That is disgusting. And you can see when that guy was walking towards his friends in the shoulder deep water, you can see how thick that water was. Thank God these guys and girls were okay, because they would have drowned basically in a septic tank, and that's the most disgusting way to go.
They would start crying after staring at nothing. Something was upsetting them, but the parents weren't sure what exactly that was until they saw this. After watching countless recordings from the baby monitor inside their youngest child's crib, one video caught their attention. The following is that video. Watch. It's for this reason, among others, that the family has moved out of this house. They believe that what was captured had been the spirit or entity that's been upsetting their children.
I think that's real. I've said this in a previous video. A friend of mine, his mom received a video from, I don't remember who it was, a neighbor or an aunt or something like that, filming the nanny cam in the baby's room. And there was something, I kid you not, because I saw the photo, and this was 10, 12, 15 years ago, so I don't have the picture anymore. But in the photo, you can see this apparition, clear as day. It was wearing a white gown, and its arms were kind of like spread out and like wavy, but it had no hands. And long, stringy hair. And look, come on. Come on.
Hello? Right. Oh, hell no.
Levi Woodruff is intrigued by the spooky stories and sets out to explore the Crybaby Tunnel late one night.
Oh, the Crybaby.
As you might imagine, it did not go well.
So I've been down in here in a place called Crybaby's Tunnel. It's a place. It's local around my area. And they say she got hit on the tracks with her baby, where her body was dumped right there in the creek. Oh. Hello? Right. Oh, hell no. Hell.
I'm right there with you, my man. Hell no.
In the name of Jesus, leave us the alone. What do you mean? I swear to God.
Working on a customer's tattoo in her home studio in Erie, Pennsylvania, things suddenly take a very disturbing turn.
Just that heart rate. Yeah, definitely. I think that would look really cute. Like, especially, like, if I, like, blend it in, I'm like, blend it in. What's wrong? What happened? The table just moved. What the f*** you mean the table just moved? In the name of Jesus, leave us the f*** alone. What do you mean? I swear to God. Hell no!
She said, in the name of Jesus, leave us the fuck alone. And this ghost said, word? Flip that damn chip.
Yo, the camera's moving. Yo, bro, the camera's moving.
Bro, I'm leaving, bro. Yo, I'm leaving. Was it you that moved the camera?
As he decides to do a Ouija board session just outside the gate of the Melville Cemetery, things start to go wrong. And what happens next is truly terrifying.
The fucking car is going off, bro.
Brian is a little freaked out, but his friends keep telling him that he needs to go and say goodbye using the Ouija board. You see, in the paranormal community, not signing off by saying goodbye at the end of a session is considered to be a horrible mistake and is said to invite the contacted spirit to remain attached to the Ouija board user. So, Brian goes back, and this is when shit goes sideways.
I took the lights and everything. Bro. Oh my f***ing God, bro. Bro, the board went in.
Get the phone, get your phone. Yeah, bro. Oh my God, I saw that. We caught those here.
I'm leaving, bro.
Everything that has happened, he again begins to worry that he didn't say goodbye after using the Ouija board.
I'm jumping the fence. Bro.
I was gonna say.
Bro, Chris, look at the stream.
Oh my God, bro.
There's a big fire in there.
There's a fire?
There's a fire.
Get out of there, run. Get
Bro, I see it. I see it.
No way.
Yo, it's the board.
It's the board.
It's the board and the planchette.
It's the board. No, with the planchette. No, it's going up. It's going up.
Oh my God. Bro, I'm not touching it.
Say goodbye. Oh, say goodbye. Try to say goodbye. Oh, the board is burnt. Oh my God. The board is burnt. No, sir, I don't know the board. That was the board. That was the f***ing board.
So do I just say goodbye?
Oh my God. Oh my God, bro.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye. Just say goodbye. You're not gonna say goodbye.
I did.
Yo. What? So here's the thing, Brian. You know how you can avoid all these paranormal things happening to you? Is you don't play with the Ouija board.
Look. Boom, you see that?
August 27th of 2024, a store manager watches footage of something that happened earlier while sounding pretty nervous. He immediately ran to his computer to pull up the video and save it, just in case no one believes him. Something happened as he was unpacking boxes, and he knows that he caught it on camera. In fact, many things happen in this footage, but it's what happens towards the end of the video that terrifies him greatly. Ever since then, he's been watching his back, hoping that it doesn't happen again. The following is the store manager's footage.
Is that you? Look, I'm here by myself. Nobody's here. It's just me. See that? Come out. I'm not afraid of you. Is that you? That threw down the box earlier? Come on out. You don't scare me. Come on out, pussy. Always trying to mess with me. Oh! Oh, shit. No. Hell no. No. Let me see. Where am I? I'm here. Where am I? What's it? Look, there I am, right there. Look, you see that? You see that? No. No.
Man, how bored does this ghost have to be in the afterlife to be messing with somebody in the middle of the night at like TJ Maxx? Like, why are you there? Why are you there? You can be anywhere and you're at TJ Maxx in the middle of the night bothering this dude, man.
A young child happily plays inside their crib, even though it's well past their bedtime. As minutes pass, they continue to stay awake before all of a sudden standing up and looking straight ahead. It isn't clear as to what it is that they're seeing, but after watching what happens only seconds later, it becomes clear that something truly strange was going on. As the mother of the child is in the kitchen, this is captured. According to the mother, it sounds anything but human. Although it's yet to be known what this was, there's no denying that the voice is unsettling, and it's even more so when listening closely to what it's saying. It isn't clear, but it kind of sounds like it's saying, "Let me in."
It isn't clear, but it sounds like this. Brother, shut up. I didn't hear shit. Come on. That could have just been the breeze.
creepy door is my eyes shut, so early bedtime.
Oh, what?
Built over 138 years ago, the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, Arkansas has become infamous for its dark history full of death and tragedy, leaving the hotel with the ominous name, quote, the most haunted hotel in America.
What was that?
The hotel was once a treatment center run by a man named Norman Baker. Baker claimed that he had, quote, the miracle cure for cancer. Of course, these claims were completely false, and hundreds of people lost their lives within the walls of this building, hopelessly waiting on a cure that would just never come. Some of the patients' remains were said to be scattered on the property. Now, with a history like that, it's no wonder that today many of the hotel guests claim to have had terrifying paranormal encounters, and some of these experiences were even caught on camera. 4 years ago, Jennifer Chronister was visiting the Crescent Hotel with her mother when she accidentally captured something truly creepy.
Girls trip. most haunted hotel in America, and my nightstand on the creepy door is my eyes shut. So early bedtime looking for ghosts.
Did you see it? When slowed down, it becomes clear that something moves in front of Jennifer's camera, something that resembles a small child.
I think that is real. Those photos looked very convincing. You know, you can tell they weren't digital photos. They were taken by one of those, I'm dating myself here, one of those cameras that you had to like wind that thing in the top right, and disposable camera. There it is. The disposable cameras. I think that's legit. Let me know what you think.
Okay. I can't even see myself. I don't know if this is okay.
14 years ago, Mark Doty visited a private school in Seattle to use the school's recording studio to lay down a new track. Mark sets up his camera in the school hallway and is about to record a vlog for social media. But for some reason, he just isn't feeling well and is having trouble keeping focused. Eventually, he just gives up. Much later, Mark is going back through the footage that he recorded at the school. What he sees chills him to his core. This is the video.
Okay. I'm not doing this right. Okay. I can't even see myself. I don't know if this is okay. Never mind.
Did you see it? The eerie translucent figure of a woman dressed in a long white gown can just barely be seen walking down the staircase. But as the figure suddenly turns the corner, it becomes very visible, but then it disappears out of sight. Mark is completely unaware of what's happening right behind him, but for some reason he feels confused and unfocused. Now it's worth mentioning that Mark has dedicated his social media and YouTube channel exclusively to his music. This 14-year-old footage is the only video on his channel that has anything to do with the paranormal.
So all I can think about during that video is this. Because tonight's the night I really think I'll fall for you over again. Don't make me change my mind. I don't even know if those are the words, but YouTube, that is all I got for you today. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, send this to somebody. I appreciate you sticking around to the end. As always, I am the Babadook of YouTube. I am Nick, you are you. And after you do all that, just drop your social security number and I will catch you in the next one. And watch this video I made just for you.